Welcome to my organization place where I love to organize. And part of our changes of 2025 was that our bags were a dark abyss and things just got all messy. So I saw these on Amazon. We'll put the link below. And I'm going to see if these will fit in there to give us a little organization. Because it's just one big duffel bag, so it's kind of hard to have organization. Because a lot of times when you have these duffel bag type things, you have just the stack of things, and trying to get out something from below is very difficult, or you just create more of a mess, which I hate. I'm kind of OCD about organization sometimes, and I just like a place for everything. So I think this might work kind of cool. I'm kind of interested to see if it'll fit. I'm kind of worried as well. So let's check it out.
So these are our adventure wagon mule bags.
So I just had that in there for no reason. But we have these in here sometimes for the dogs in cold weather.
It's your baby blanket.
And then we had our towels in here, which, I mean, it looks nice. And then that one's empty. We're not ready for a trip right now, so nothing's fully in here. But we were using these a lot. And look what happens. They just fold down to nothing and they collapse.
Which is good if you don't want to be putting anything in them, but a lot of times you can't put any weight on top of them.
So we're going to just do some cleaning here, empty these out, and see these fit. So these are designed to be a 4-stack thing. And on paper, it looks like they should fit. A little tight coming in, but if I turn them around, they're kind of uneven at the end, but they work in the middle. And I don't think we're going to be able to put that top riser on. So
Doesn't look like it.
On the other one. So these just kind of clip in there, and you can put something up above, and you can put something down below. You know, I'm thinking like undergarments, for example. You can just kind of have some up here and have like your shirts and pants down below or something. So it looks like our bags have sunk a little bit in the middle. Like the weight just kind of went down like this. Like if you think about your bed, you know how you get that little dip? That's what our bags have done. So we'll try that. I think I'm going to take these off. I really liked the idea of this too, to kind of give it some more structure. But these just kind of clap on here. They're pretty simple to put together. You just see how the clamps right on there. So there's that off, and then we got to get these things off. They don't go down very far, but some of those stackable bins that you see at like Dollar Tree and stuff, they come undone all the time. We've tried that in our pantry bag over here, and they just come undone, but these they stay together pretty good. So let's see if I can get it in the second one here. I like that. Do you like that?
I think so. And then what do we put on the sides then?
Well, I mean, it depends on, your bag and my bag. Yours might not be dipping like mine is. I'm thinking like the sweatshirts or jackets could
Bulky
go, the
items.
bulky stuff that really won't fit in here, but like your pants and your t-shirts, and you could put your shoes over there. You probably could get 3 in here, but
Oh, sure. There's plenty of room in there.
so we might do that. They're going to be uneven though. Let me show you. So see how they're uneven because it sinks down in the middle. So I don't know. That's the only bad part about these bags, is that the floor of these aren't very structurally sound. So you end up with some
they
even
hold the weight. They just aren't perfectly
straight, like
flat.
a cupboard would be.
Right. I mean, we could put another piece of something down on the bottom, like a piece of thin plywood or masonite or something like that, tempered masonite, and see if that doesn't help. I hate to keep adding weight.
That's just it. They're designed to be lightweight, but your clothes are very heavy, and when you don't have anything structured. It's just a flexible thing like a duffel bag would be. So putting something structured into something that's not structured is always going to be a challenge. So we'll see how this plays out. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better size.
No, that's good.
Except for the top rail stuff you can't use.
Well, would that give us another set of shelves, or
Well,
that's just going to be extra?
That's just going to be extra. So in the past, I was using these as like a shelf. So I put stuff in here, and then I put something on here, and then it would go, and it'd
Right.
collapse. And it was just kind of stupid. So I was hoping to add a little more structure to these bags. Too bad we didn't do this in the beginning, but if you're just getting these kind of bags, it would be smart to do this right away if you want some shelves. Adventure Wagon has new bags out that they have little shelves built in, like a singular size bag. But again, it's not going to be very structured like a cupboard, or a cabinet like you would put in. It's going to be the same flexible stuff. So I can't imagine that's going to work very well. Obviously, we're not sponsored by Adventure Wagon. So honest review there, but I think that's going to just end up sagging to those shelves, depending on the weight that you put on those. So we love the bags. We love the flexibility of them.
And the fact that you can whack your head on them and it doesn't
hurt.
knock you out.
Yep. But I think that would work out pretty slick.
Don't ask me how I know that.
We won't know for sure until we pack up for a trip, but we've got some for your bag, my bag, your bag, and even the pantry bag. So we've got enough for all of it. I think we actually have extra because I planned on 3 per bag, I think. 2 for here, 3 for you, 3 for me is what I figured. So we'll see what we do. The organizing girl that I am, it's fun to kind of try to find stuff. I got inspired by somebody online in one of the Vanlife groups on Facebook, and they put up that they got some wire shelving kind of things like this. And our bags, even though they're orange on the inside, it still is very dark sometimes. And I thought the white would help us see stuff a little bit better. They do have them in black as well if you'd rather do that. But I just was looking at for our bags and then the sizing of them. Our bags taper down in the back, so they're taller in the front and lower in the back. So that makes it a challenge a little bit. But these work out pretty slick, I think. I mean, there's still room to kind of get things in and out of here. So we'll see how it is when we get into the van for a trip.
Thirteen. 14 by 45. Now you stay. Okay, well, time to get started on a couple little projects going in for the van reno. And the first one I'm going to tackle is putting a stiffener piece of birch plywood in Kim's mule bag that has that definite mule saddle slump in it, or droop, I guess. So we're going to do that. I'm going to cut this and we'll have that installed, and then that should help that stiffen up. This piece isn't long enough, but I think it's going to be good enough to help with that sag. Plus it has a bow in it, so if we put the bow to the top, by the time you load everything on it, it'll compress down and be flat. So let's give it a go. Get the saw out, get it hooked up, and get the measurements going. Clamping my straight edge down, giving it 1.5 inches extra for the guide on the saw. Tighten these C-clamps down so it won't move while I'm sawing. We should be good. Here's our piece of wood. As you can see, it does have a high point in the middle, so that's going to go up. And inside there's kind of like a nylon that's velcroed in there, and below it is like a 1/16 inch piece of hard plastic. I'm going to add this to give it a little bit more strength so it doesn't bow down in the middle. Hopefully this is going to fit in here. Alright, slip it underneath the nylon and put it in there. That's good. Good fit. Oh, it's a quick and easy fix. Had the piece of plywood left over from installing some of the other pieces last year when we redid the van. So basically no extra cost, and we'll give that a shot. Hopefully that'll work. I'm just kind of sitting here and looking at the construction of this bed platforms, and this is where the slide with the water and the laundry basket was, laundry box, and this was kind of a lid, obviously, that really didn't work so well with the mattresses in here. But I'm seeing a couple things that I'm kind of scratching my head, wondering what the heck I was thinking. One of them is this back bed section. And for some reason, I didn't allow in the back against the wall enough room for the thickness of the mattress and bedding. So when we lifted this one up, this front section, it has enough for allowing the mattress to be in there. This one doesn't. So that was another reason why Kim's mattress was getting kind of wonky when we were trying to get into either one of these storage bins, because for some reason I decided that this door or this hatch should go all the way back, and I don't understand why I did that. I also have an enclosure here and a back enclosure where the propane tank was sitting. And I'd really like to get the propane tank out of here. Not that it was connected up to anything, and it was secured in with an approved mounting block. But I'd kind of like to get that out. I'd kind of like to open this whole area up down in here for storage bins, maybe. That might work. In here, this is fine. It's a small compartment here, and then a little bit bigger compartment down in there. That's fine. So I'm thinking if I remove this inner box and move this lid out to here so it's even with this bed platform piece, and get rid of this stuff in the lid and make this one solid piece, that might help the integrity of everything, and there's not so much squeaking and moving and things like that. So that's a possibility that I'm thinking. Kim had talked about not taking this all apart. It's built like a brick you know what house. I certainly didn't want it to move, and I wanted it to be able to support a lot of weight, and you could probably stand on it and do dances and stuff. So I'm thinking, instead of going through all the work of demoing this and then having to rebuild it and redo trim and all that, we're just going to leave it for right now. But I think the issue is storage, getting at the storage, fixing this platform. The other thought we had was to make the platform one solid piece, so it all came up at once, and that's still a possibility, although, you know, that's another $80 or $90 for a piece of plywood, which in the scheme of things, if it makes it easier, I guess it's worth it. But I don't know if we're ever going to need to have it all open at one time. Maybe it will make it easier for the mattress to not get tweaked. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. One thing I've kind of realized is that you do a couple steps in a project and then you stop. You sit down, have something to drink out of a JK and Kim in the Camper custom etched drink container. Oh, and if you're interested in this, let us know in the comments. We can hook you up. Anyway, and kind of stare at your project. I've been kind of doing that here for the last few minutes. Sit back and enjoy this wonderful weather for a minute or two. Trying to decide how hard or how easy it's going to be to shorten this, what we've called, say, the laundry box. Get rid of the slide altogether, move this section, the front of it, all the way back in maybe another foot. That will give us more leg room while we're sitting on the bed in the dining and working configuration. And Kim wants a platform down there, so I'm not really worried about matching up with the flooring, because I think I'll build an actual step there that will have an opening door that will be able to store some shoes or dog food or whatever in there. And that way it won't be sliding around like it has been, because that was just a temporary one and it was made out of super heavy particle board. So it's be better to do it out of birch ply, a little bit lighter and a little bit stronger for sure, and build that in there so it doesn't slip around and make it another storage area. But with any project, especially in the van, let's wait till Kim gets home to see what her thoughts are. As you can see, I have the rear bed platform taken out and the hinges are out, and I'm going to cut a piece off of that bed panel the same depth as that and get that secured in, and that'll be the spacer for the mattress, and then that other piece of plywood should fit right in there without an issue. Okay, the other thing I wanted to do was measure in here. So we're about 19 wide, and as it sits right now, we're 38 deep. What I'm trying to do is figure how we can get a bluey and maybe another bluey or some other type of water containers in here, and how much space that's going to take, and then base moving this front section back to meet up with that, so everything's really nice and has a tight fit and no wasted space. So this is the piece that's going against the wall for the mattress buffer. So I'm cutting this out. This will get mounted back into the van, and then the rest of this is going to be for another project, since we're going to go and buy another piece of this 3/4 inch birch plywood to make one full bed section for Kim's bed. Okay, what I'm going to do first is make a pilot hole. This puts the pilot hole and then does a little bevel in there so that the screw head will sit in there flat, and then I'll go back in. Then I'll go back in with the star tip and drive the screws in. Couple more screws and we got it. And there we go. So that will take care of that problem. Well, that's about it for right now. I'm probably going to end up taking this panel off and using that and this one to build some other things in here. Those are future projects. We're going to have to go up into the city to Home Depot to find some 3/4 inch birch plywood. The lumber yards around our area here don't carry it. So we'll have to go up there, get a couple other things, maybe some handy panels of some other birch plywood to put doors on some of these things. So we'll head up there and do that here in probably next week. You're all bundled up for Arctic weather, and I have a sweatshirt on and flip-flops. Oh well.
This is a way to hide bedhead. That's all it is.
Well, if you like this video and would like to watch more content, we got it for you. Just follow the links at the end of the video, and we'll put some playlists up there. And again, if you're interested in these, we'll put them on our description and have a link there to find them on Amazon.
We do have an Amazon page, so if you feel like, checking out some of the items that we use regularly in our van, all the links are down below for you. Thank you.
Absolutely. So as we continue to fine-tune our van for the 2025 season, some more changes on the way, especially back there in the bed area. So be watching for more videos coming up soon.
As you say,
Any day in the van.
it's a good day.
It's a good day. Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.